Hanukkah writes at one point, there is a non-dualist connection between the divine, the human, and the natural cosmos. Each of us is a non-dualist unity between spirit and body. Each of us exists in the corporality proper to natural beings. The three, the divine, the human, and the natural material, go together with neither confusion nor separation. As you can see, this is a total rebellion against the Cartesian paradigm of mind, matter, separation. The combined requirement of both a new approach to nature and a new spirituality is articulated with particular cogency or strength in one of Reinhold Panikkar's books of 1993, which only exists in Italian, Ecosofia. The title of the book is Ecosofia, la nuova saggezza per una spiritualità della terra, which means something like ecosophy, a new wisdom or saggezza for an earth spirituality, That's Panikkar's. He is very much into Asian thought, and if he were not, I would not even have used him as an exemplar. But I too am very deeply influenced by that Asian thought that everything is the way, and we find the way only by going the way. That Barry has insisted on throughout his career. Others will come with new formulations, make different proposals. But I think Barry's formulation has a pride of place and may prove to be the most durable of all. Thank you.
Investigating all the articles, I found that no journalist did find the need to balance the report by quoting opposition. They are successful because quite a number of journalists and politicians have been educated within the NGOs. They have a large membership group. After being educated as members, later serving probably in the boards, they move on. And quite a number of them went on to Poznan or Bali as journalists.
What is an NGO and what is a lobby group and where to draw the line? Is it an NGO just because it's on our environmentalist side, but if it's on the other side but has the same structure, strong person, blah blah, then it's not an NGO. I mean, where do you distinguish here? I think that's very important because I think we have a tendency to make the NGO definition quite wide open for the time being.
The coverage that the Australian provided did resonate with some of the victims. So the victims were looking for culpability. They were trying to discover who should be blamed. They're currently wreaking vengeance on the landscape, but they also needed to wreak vengeance on people or to blame people. And the Australian provided them some of them with a framework within which they could blame environmentalists, and so they had. So when local people began to become activists against the landscape, it became a story in its own right, and it became an avenue by which other media outlets could pick the story up.
Now it's called the Department of Energy and Climate Change. So we actually have this word, this rhetorical phrase, appearing at the policy level. Okay, and then at the reception stage, they're receiving the policy. Well, we're having groups like the Carbon Disclosure Project, the money managers, but at policy and private levels. No, sorry, at public and at private levels. So we have the World Bank, which is the engine of the trading schemes. That's it. what you might say, let's just treat it as the public level.
Really to make sure that some of these ideas which we are presenting here is really the kind of interaction, because the conference is called Responsibilities Across Borders, and for me the business world and the researchers world are two different worlds. One thing is clear, globalization is ongoing, the world is getting smaller, it's getting flatter, and it's getting harder.
Sandia National Laboratories actually is doing a lot of work, and the other national laboratories in the United States are doing a lot of work on the energy-water connection. It's a huge challenge, and just one example, a lot of solar power, concentrated solar power systems, at the moment, the way they're designed, require massive amounts of water.
Yes.
But where the sun shines is, of course, usually in the desert, so it's a real challenge.